I spent $6,000 to get all of these MacBooks. Today we have the MacBook Pro, the MacBook Air, and the all-new MacBook Neo. Put them in real filmmaking and content creation scenarios to test which one is actually worth it. We're going to run DaVinci Resolve, test timeline playback, color grading, export time, and all of that will be done on the battery. None of them will be connected to power. We're going to compare both of these laptops to the MacBook Pro, and by the end of this video, we're going to find out if the MacBook Neo is a new sweet spot or if the MacBook Air is still undefeated. I'm not going to get deep into the specs of these laptops. You can watch any of the tech YouTuber videos. We're going to put them into testing right away, but I just want to tell you what we have today. We have the MacBook Neo, the base model that doesn't have the Touch ID, and it's 256 gigabytes. It runs on an A18 Pro chip, which is the same chip that's in the iPhone 16 Pro. We also have the MacBook Air M5 and the MacBook Pro M5 Pro, my main workhorse right now and the one producing all of these videos. This is definitely the best laptop that you can buy right now if you are into video production professionally. I know it's expensive, and I know people that have the M1 Pro chip still running today smoothly, no hiccups. Of course, both of these laptops are the base model. I want the cheaper option because I want the sweet spot for someone who's starting out right now and buying their first MacBook. Both the MacBook Neo and the MacBook Air have a 13-inch screen, although the MacBook Air is slightly bigger at 13.6 and the MacBook Pro has a 14-inch screen. So I've ran the comparison on all of these laptops. We've opened DaVinci Resolve. As you can see right now, the MacBook Pro and the MacBook Air have the same runtime for DaVinci Resolve. The MacBook Neo is slightly slower, but not that much. We started with the project that's already color graded on the MacBook Pro, and I wanted to see how's the timeline playback on each of these MacBooks. Starting with the MacBook Pro, of course, DaVinci Resolve gives us a small indicator of dropped frames. This is 4K footage from my FX3 that I'm recording on right now. It's not a proxy, it's the full resolution. It's shot on S-Log3, 10-bit 422, H.264 at 25, 50, and 100 FPS. Starting with the MacBook Air, you can see that there are no dropped frames. This laptop can handle running a 4K project that's normal. Like if you want to create some content for YouTube, if you want to do something that doesn't require heavy workloads or multiple timelines or multiple tracks, it's okay. It can handle it. You might see some hiccups after a while. Going to the MacBook Pro, very smooth, runs everything you want, multiple tracks, 8K, 6K, 4K, whatever you want. There's no hiccups. The indicator did not go below 25 FPS. And lastly, running the MacBook Neo, we had some dropped frames. Although it was not on the first time, like the clip that I'm showing you right now shows no dropped frames, there was some dropped frames when I added multiple layers. After that, I went to color grading. The MacBook Air also handled it very, very smoothly. All the effects were just applying right away. I wanted to push it a little bit further by applying the AI face refinement in DaVinci Resolve because it's an AI model on device, it's not online. So I just tested that on the MacBook Air M5 and it worked really well. Of course, if you know, MacBook Air M5 and M4 do not have that much of a difference. The chips are similar. The differences between them are like 10% or 5% when it comes to these things. So I don't see any reason why you won't go with a discounted M4 if you want to save some money. Now, the M5 Pro, of course, handled everything smoothly. Let's skip it and go to the MacBook Neo. When I applied the AI face refinement and I started just scrubbing through all the settings, it started dropping frames when I played back after the face refinement. It ran between 8 and 11 frames per second, which is not ideal, especially because we have only one track. This is not the best case scenario for professional work. If you're taking this laptop on a set, it's not going to serve you well. I think in this challenge, the MacBook Air would be a better choice. But what about export time? I think the export time will show us how it's going to handle the render of this clip while rendering all the other ones too. So as you can see, the MacBook Air finished at 22 seconds, while the MacBook Pro finished at 13 seconds, which is almost half the time of the MacBook Air. But you should know that this is the Mac M5 Pro. This is not the MacBook Pro M5, so they don't have the same chip. This is way superior than the M5. When it comes to the MacBook Neo, it took 44 seconds, which is double the time of the MacBook Air, and it actually slowed down when rendering the clip with the face refinement effect. So that was kind of interesting because if you're adding more effects to your clip, it will slow it further down. So I don't think that if you use any kind of effects or any kind of heavy color grading, don't do it on the MacBook Neo. This is not made for this job. I also tried Lightroom on them. Lightroom worked very well, no hiccups at all. Everything works smooth. I think photo editing is something easy for laptops to do these days. Even with a mobile chip in this device, I think it can handle it very well. I know it will be a little bit slower when we're exporting like 100 images, but it's okay. It does the job. Is it the professional thing? No. If you're going to use Photoshop or any kind of AI stuff, it's not going to be as smooth to run on the MacBook Neo as the MacBook Air or the MacBook Pro. The only issue that I face with the MacBook Air is throttling, and you will face the same issue with the MacBook Neo. Imagine how slow will it be to run all of these things while throttling on the MacBook Neo. I don't think it will handle it very well, and I don't think that you should do it. Now, as I said, we ran all of these tests on battery. So how's the battery life on them? First test that I ran was leaving the laptop open for no reason. The first question I want to answer is that, what about the battery? What if I left my laptop open to send emails or to do whatever and leave it rendering? And I woke up in the morning, is it going to be drained? So what I did is that I charged all of them to 100%. I left them open for a while. Then I closed the lid and went to sleep. And I woke up and opened the laptops. The first one was the MacBook Air at 99%. It lost only 1% in the whole thing. It was connected to the Wi-Fi. I didn't run anything on it other than Firefox, while the MacBook Pro lost 15%. Now, these percentages that you see right now on the laptops, if you can see them, are a result of opening the laptop for almost an hour while we set up the whole thing. So right now, the MacBook Air is sitting at 95%, the MacBook Pro is sitting at 81%, and the MacBook Neo is sitting at 82%, which is actually surprising because the MacBook Neo with a weaker chip had the same result as the MacBook Pro that has a Pro chip, not a normal one, not an Ultra one, not a Max one. It has 2 fans and slightly bigger battery, or I think way bigger battery at this point, because they are both giving me the same battery life. So that's not the best or ideal situation, but that's what's happening. The next thing was editing on this laptop on the battery mode. Of course, if you connect your laptop to the charger, it will be smoother to work with. You know, it will give you a higher power. Although it's not like Windows. Windows laptops just die when you unplug them. My MacBook Pro runs at 100% all the time, but I have to set it to high power mode, and it will tell me that it will consume more power. The MacBook Air and the MacBook Neo doesn't have this option. It has only low power mode or automatic. So I generally leave it at no low power mode, you know, the normal mode where the battery is white. And after editing, the MacBook Air was at 77%, the MacBook Pro was at 67%, and the MacBook Neo was at 65%. It consumed more power than the MacBook Pro. I don't know what caused that. It doesn't even have fans. I don't know if I have something, because these laptops are new and they need, like, I don't know what you call it, like debugging or compiling stuff when you like first run them. They need a couple of days to finish like all the downloads and all the background activities. Now it comes to fan noise, this is fanless and this is fanless. This has a fan that doesn't kick in unless I'm running Adobe Media Encoder. Adobe Media Encoder is the only application that runs the fans on full speed. I don't know what it does. I did not try it on these laptops because I was afraid that I might like break them or something because of the heat. But when I hear 2 fans running on this laptop, I don't think it's an easy job that it's doing. Now let's talk about what you will lose or gain when you buy any of these laptops. I've used the MacBook Air for like a year. Then I switched to the MacBook Pro, then the MacBook Pro chip. This one has 3 Thunderbolt 4, I guess. I'm not very technical with these things, but they are faster than the ones on the MacBook Air. The MacBook Neo, on the other hand, has 1 normal USB-C and 1 Thunderbolt. So if you want to connect like an SSD to edit something, you can do that on the Thunderbolt USB-C port. Other than that, the other one you can use for charging, and it doesn't have the most important feature of any Mac, which is MagSafe. This one has only 2 USB-C ports, one of them for charging. This one has 2 USB-C ports and 1 MagSafe, and this one has 3 USB-C ports and MagSafe. So of course the Pro will have more ports. It will have also an HDMI port. All of them have the headphone jack port, of course, and the most important one, SD card reader. The MacBook Pro has the best feature, which is the SD card reader. Both of these don't have an SD card reader. Both of them need a dongle or any kind of adapter to connect SD cards to your MacBook. Now, what about the everyday use? If you're taking the MacBook Neo to college, or like you're taking it on a trip to just stay connected to the internet, although you shouldn't, this is a very, very good laptop. It's very capable. You can do photo editing, you can listen to music, watch YouTube videos, surf the net, although we have phones right now and iPads. You can also do some like light editing work. You can review footage if someone sent you. It's very practical, it's small, it's light, although not lighter than the MacBook Air, or I don't know, like this feels lighter for some reason. This is the heaviest of all of them, and as you can see, it's the thickest of all of them. If you want something easy to carry around, you do editing. I have one of my editors editing on the MacBook Air M4, and it's working very well with her. She can do all the tasks easily. Of course, I would never recommend the MacBook Neo to her, because it's not something that she can use professionally and it will slow down my work. Which one is the best for content creators? Of course, the MacBook Pro would be the most expensive one at $3,000, and the MacBook Air would sit at almost $1,100, $1,200, depending on the place or that you're buying it from. And the MacBook Neo would be $700 or $600 as a student discount. And everyone is promoting the student discount because this is made for students. Let's just get rid of this one, say what I have to say. This is an incredible laptop for students, schools if they want to buy in batches, anyone who's using like Excel, Word, PowerPoint, something like, you know, office based. They don't need that big of a laptop. They don't edit photos or videos. Someone like my sister, like this laptop is perfect for her. I wouldn't recommend the MacBook Air. It's too powerful for her. This is the best. If this is your first laptop and you know that you might someday have to edit videos or photos, do not buy it. Go right away to the MacBook Air. If you have the budget, always spend responsibly. If you don't have the budget, this is a great starting point. But if you do, just go to the MacBook Air. This is like double the price almost of the MacBook Neo, but it gives you way much power to edit photos, videos, to do whatever you want in the creative field. This is a great starting point for anyone who's starting their journey as a content creator, who's doing like video production, or as a photographer. If you're buying this laptop or any laptop for creative work, buy the 0.5 terabyte or 1 terabyte version, and always buy a minimum of 16 gigabytes of RAM, because if the memory slows down, it will just swap with the normal memory. There's like this swapping thing in Apple devices where if the RAM is full, you just go to the normal SSD. It runs slower, but it just takes from the SSD. And I've worked on that model for like a year, and it worked very well, but I don't see that as a practical solution, because when my memory was full, the whole laptop started freezing. So if you can buy more RAM, just buy it, because you cannot add RAM to your MacBook like Windows laptops or like PCs. If you are a professional, if you make money doing whatever, like content creation, YouTube, video production, and you're serious about your work, invest in either MacBook Pro M4 Pro or the MacBook Pro M5 Pro. I recommended the MacBook Pro M4 Pro for my friend, and he bought it and it's working really good. So go buy used if you can, because you can find great deals on previous models. The M5 Pro is very powerful. It's like the best thing that you can buy right now if you're serious about content creation. And this was our yearly MacBook comparison. I hope you liked it. My name is Moris, by the way. I never introduced myself. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and comment down below what you want to know about next. And I'll see you in the next one.